Other interesting cultural news, you have Jen Psaki saying that men competing in female sports isn't an issue. All while a man recently paralyzed a woman in a volleyball match. And in true disgusting form, he laughed because, spoiler alert, well, yeah, he's a piece of shit. Pardon the French. Now this comes to us thanks to Liz at TikTok, in which she says, quote, Jen Psaki says that males playing in girl sports is a right-wing lie and blatantly ever happens, it's not an issue at all. And she says there isn't evidence that male pose a risk to the safety of girls. Unreal, Democrats learned nothing. Man, I don't know if they learned nothing, and that's a quote from Liv's TikTok, but I think they realize it's happening. They just don't care. They don't care that women are having their scholarships stolen, literally getting beaten half to death, and sometimes passing away. Like, it is so viscerally disgusting how men are allowed to compete in female sports, and they're literally hurting these gals. Now, we'll play, I was going to say, should have done a visual warning because you have to hear and listen to Jen Psaki, which is, I don't know, viscerally disgusting for most people. But I'll give a little bit of warning next time. But first, we'll actually pull up this article from the Daily Mail, in which they say, quote, exclusive, a female volleyball player aged 17 was left paralyzed with brain damage by a transgender opponent who cackled with delight after knocking her to the ground. Yeah, that's the type of people that will compete in female sports. Evil, mentally vacuous, disgusting. Yeah, that's terrible. Now, let's do a Jen Psaki
lines that ran over.
Oh, there she is. I usually give people accolades for suiting up and having unique colors, but something on a light teal blue suit on a gal, it doesn't look good.
Lines that ran over and over again in those ads and throughout right-wing media is this idea that America is faced with a crisis of boys playing in girls' sports. Now, these ads created this perception that the issues of trans kids playing sports was dominating schools across the country, which is completely false. Some people got pulled into that argument. I mean, immediately after the election, Congressman Seth Moulton told the New York Times that, quote, Democrats spend way too much time trying not to offend anyone rather than being brutally honest about the challenges many Americans face. I have 2 little girls. I don't want them getting run over on a playing field by a male or formerly male athlete. But as a Democrat, I'm supposed to be afraid to say that. And then last weekend, Congressman Moulton came on this network to discuss those comments.
I was just speaking authentically as a dad about one of many issues where I think we're just out of touch with the majority of voters. And I stand by my position. Maybe I didn't get all the words exactly right. But the point is that the backlash I've received proves my point that we can't even have these discussions as a party.
Look, reflection is good. But if that were actually an issue at thousands of schools across the country, it would be worthy of a debate. But there are just incredibly few examples.
Remember, the leftist methodology is always the same. 1, it's not happening. 2, well, it's happening, but just a little bit. 3, yes, it is happening, and it's a good thing. You should tolerate it. 4, it's happening, and you should embrace it. 5, it's happening, you should celebrate it. You see this with every controversial thing leftists always do.
Of transgender girls playing in youth sports. And when we see those examples, there isn't evidence that these kids are a threat to safety or fairness.
I don't know how dumb oh man, that'd be No. I was about to say how she might be the dumbest gal on the planet. You can't beat Kamala Harris. She wins that trophy. I can't comprehend anyone more mentally vacuous than her. Jen Psaki was, for a minute there, I was thinking it, but no. It's you can't beat Kamala in that metric. Which, yeah, spoiler, people have been, you see this actually globally, a lot of sports teams where these girls are literally having bones broken, being sent to hospitals, in addition to monetary and also career opportunity losses where they're having their scholarships stolen, they have the places in competitive sports just completely wiped away. It's ridiculous. And I think Trump's going to put a stop to this. And I think that'll be, again, it's not, I don't know if it's going to be one of his top 10 accomplishments as president this time around, but it's going to be a big accomplishment. And it's going to save a lot of gals' careers and their health. Now, this didn't go as far as I thought it should. It got about 350,000 views as well as 13,000 likes. One of the first comments, unfortunately, I say that because this is from Planet of Memes. Again, they did not respond in meme form, but Planet of Memes did say Jen Psaki is a disgrace and completely tone deaf to the situation, getting 197 likes. Livercut Media TM says, one way to stop this insanity, girls must continue to reject playing teams that contain boys in them. Remember, parents, tell your kids. And there's a compilation of every type of identity flag. It says no one has to go along with this weird shit, getting 135 likes. Paul Zupa says Psaki trying to lose Democrats more viewers, getting 82 likes, or voters. Nikki says, quote, I think she's saying anything for a paycheck. No way she believes what she's saying. There's a picture of Jen Psaki, and the picture has text on the screen saying the party that says men can get pregnant want to control disinformation on the internet, getting 182, let's make 183 likes. Jasmine Keith says, what? We don't care if it's barely happening or frequently happening. We don't want it happening at all, getting 248 likes. Let's see. They have like a picture of, what's this? Like a Satan-looking picture by Spider-Man? Also, Trad is a comic. It says, this is her. And the weird Satan-looking thing says, I'm non-binary. Didn't you hear me? I said I'm non-binary. And Spider-Man sitting next to her returns says, I didn't. And she goes, it means I don't identify as male or female. And Spider-Man goes, I didn't ask. And she goes, you're transphobic. Getting 25 likes. My picture says, Jen is a liar. Yep. And here we go. During the last season, the NCAA Leah Thomas competed in the men's division in 2018-2019. There, Newspeak, 1984, read the book. They say she, you mean he, ranked 554th in the 200-yard freestyle, and now he, is now 5th in the event this year. Furthermore, in the 500-yard freestyle, Thomas was 65th in the country. Now he is ranked 1st place in the event this year in the female category. Now in the 1650 freestyle, he is now in the 8th division as opposed to 32nd in the men's division. Got 64 likes, and yeah, here's perhaps the best compilation of two pictures that really summarizes perfectly. It says William Thomas ranked 462 or 462nd in men's swimming, then became Leah Thomas with no surgery and longer hair, saying, quote, ranked number 1 in women's swimming. Yep, and even the trans community, this individual is controversial because he never actually got the surgery that many of them argue is necessary to transition. I think maybe he took some drugs, but yep. Went from the 462nd to number 1. Yeah, fascinating. Interesting how, if there's really no differences between men and women, why don't we see the inverse of this? Because inherently there are differences between men and women, strengths and weaknesses. See, scrolling down more and more. Here we go. Case in point. Hollow Point says, if it really happened, then she would have no problem banning it. This is again, the step-by-step is from Rob Henderson saying, quote, step 1, it's not really happening. Step 2, yeah, it's happening, but it's not a big deal. Step 3, it's a good thing, actually. Step 4, people freaking out about it are the real problem. 67 likes. Yep. Let's see. Adam Cringler says, quote, Jen Psaki also says trans women are women, so she doesn't think she is lying here, getting 51 likes. Broadway Press says, does she live under a bridge? How about the famous Leah Thomas getting 99? Let's make it 100 likes. Republican Canadian girl, which I'll give her a follow. She might still believe in freedom. It is unfortunate that she lives in the Canadian area where Trudeau takes away all the rights. Oh, it looks like she has the American flag and MAGA in her profile picture. She believes in freedom. All right. Republican Canadian gal. I'm sorry you still live in Canada. I know they have maple syrup and pancakes and beavers, but I hope someday you can escape to come to America. Now, she got 36 likes for saying LMFAO. What? Noah Frentz but says because the party is led by quote-unquote men like Tim Walz. Getting 35 likes. Oh, I almost forgot about this. Yeah, this Olympian piece of POS. This is from Cosmos saying, quote, oh yeah, so this Italian woman, quote, unquote, worked in, or no, this is the real gal who got, she's beat up. Said, oh yeah, so this Italian woman who worked and trained her ass off was forced to fight a man and lost in the first round because she knew she had little chance to win. We all know that men are biologically stronger than women. Stop normalizing men beating women in their own sports. And it got 58 likes for that. They had a giant behemoth, giant, basically Sasquatch versus Princess, Princess Peach. I'm getting the cartoons and metaphors all mixed up here. But yeah, the Olympian beat the crap out of a girl, which is disgusting. Oh wait, do we have a contrarian statement? No, we don't. Pretty much all. Hey, I never heard that one before. Instead of Kool-Aid, you got Fool-Aid. Liberal cult drink, ignorance included with vitamin DEI. That's a new Photoshop, and I heard that one before. And this comes from us thanks to David Sullivan. Pronouns respectively prosecute Fauci, saying, quote, San Jose State volleyball and rally games would disagree. We've seen it in Olympic boxing. Quit drinking the Fool-Aid. Again, I got 4 likes. Let's make it 5, actually. Little Warren Ellum says this little commie has 0 accountability, and it's Jen Psaki with a white Russian hat. I forget what you call it, a poofy hat, but it has a hammer sickle on it. Getting 5 likes. So we'll see. I don't know how culturally relevant Jen Psaki still is, or how many people authentically tune into her, as opposed to watch her as a parody or just watch her to laugh at her. But yeah, we'll see if, I mean, in terms of mechanisms and politically speaking, if Trump kind of removes federal funding from public schools and universities that allow all these men to compete in women's sports. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility for 2025 and action item, so to say. But let me know, what do you think? Most Americans, I think, is against that. But let me know in the comments. Do you think, culturally speaking, there will be an increase for acceptance of men fighting in women in female sports, or do you think we'll go back to the norm? Let me know, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.